They have a reputation for being dirty, carrying diseases, sometimes making things go bump in the night.
Ugh. I don't even like talking about them.
They also make Amanda skin crawl. Rats. There are reports that the City of Toronto's rat population might in fact be on the rise.
So here to talk to us about this perennial urban problem, we're joined by Daniel Mackey, Technical Director for Greenleaf Pest Control. Daniel, I hear about it and literally my skin crawls. I lived in New York, you'd see rats in the subway, you come home, you think, oh, it's not going to be here. But obviously Canada is not immune to it. There's also rats here. Toronto's having it, BC's having it. I mean, what's going on? Why specifically in Toronto are the numbers going up?
There's a lot of contributing factors, really. I mean, I think there's, we've had a lot of mild winters, which obviously at this point you're not getting there's not a lot of frost that's killing a lot of these rats. So there's more food readily available to them, and again, they can live outdoors and indoors as well. There's a lot of construction happening in Toronto, so rats that are maybe deep in the ground or in burrows are now being disrupted, and now they're being forced out. So it's happening in multiple locations. So obviously they're being dispersed, so they're being scattered out. And a few other factors like, green spaces. There's a lot of gardens. We're going back from this sort of concrete asphalt to creating more harborage, more sort of natural green spaces, which then has more hiding places for the rats. I mean, the birds, the bees, and all the wonderful insects come in, and the rats take advantage of that as well. They think, well, we want to be part of this as well.
What problems do they cause?
There's a lot. I mean, the name rodent means to gnaw, and so their behavior is they have teeth, they have incisors, so they constantly chew. So inside a house, not only do they urinate and they defecate, and they're just kind of gross, but they also gnaw on wood, on wires, and things like that. They've also been associated with diseases in the past. So there's direct diseases, and then there's also things like fleas. A flea will sit on a rat, it'll feed on a rat, it'll go through, and then if it's around your house, then your pet goes outside, potentially the flea could then be transmitted to your dog, and then it comes into your house. So there's some side effects as well.
Okay, you mentioned houses. I mean, is it more a residential problem or a commercial problem or both?
It's both. Now, traditionally, when you think of rats, you think of commercial facilities. But what's happening now is that we're starting to get more and more rats moving into residential areas. And so people are sitting in their backyard having a cocktail, enjoying the night, and a rat comes bounding across the yard. So they're being very vocal.
But okay, so I mean, if you have a mouse, they're coming through these small, tiny holes. Should people be concerned that rats are actually getting into their homes?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the things you need to look at is a mouse can fit maybe the size of your baby finger, but a rat about the size of a quarter, or maybe your index finger. So
oh gosh,
they can really compact down and slink their way in. So part of what you look at is, as your house, as a homeowner, is you pest-proof your house. You walk around the outside, any holes, any cracks should be caulked, filled, and sealed up to, again, create a no vacancy. So the rat's looking for a place to shelter. It just keeps on moving because there's no holes for it.
I like that verb, slink, and I like the verb slither as well when it comes to rats, as they kind of make their way into the hole. Okay, this is not just a problem in Toronto. I mean, this is a problem in cities right across Canada. Calgary is having an issue with rats. Vancouver is having an issue with rats. I mean, what do people need to do? You talked about pest-proofing their home. What else can they do? Is there some, sort of simple tips as well?
Yeah, be vigilant. I mean, reduce water around your house. I mean, just like humans, we need food, water, and shelter. So if we can seal up some of the spots that they're hiding, or prevent them from getting in, that takes away the harborage or where they're living. But the water, keeping water away, if there's, if you have spilt, toys upside down, there's water there, keeping that away, and food, making sure that the food is in sealed containers. So your garbage is not being thrown on the side of the house. It actually goes into a locked tote. So again, there's no food. All a rat needs is about an ounce, which is about 28 grams to survive. So if you can reduce that food, then obviously they won't be around as much.
I am clearly going to have to get your number because there's construction all around my house, and I'm very, very nervous, and the story gives me the heebie-jeebies, so I'm going to have to do pest control. All right.
Yeah, he deals with rats, and he deals with bed bugs.
He deals with all of it, all the stuff that makes your skin crawl. Daniel, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Daniel Mackey with Greenleaf Pest Control.